Last time out to Rise to Glory, we had beaten Unions of Galleries in the last game before the winter break. We've just gone through the January transfer window, and we've made perhaps the biggest signing we could have done. And he's so good, he immediately became a player that has integrated himself in the media Dream 11. So, there's that to look forward to. I think he's quite a special player, and he's potentially a Wonderkid. I could be wrong when I say this, but personally, he looks like a Wonderkid, considering how young he is and how good he is. Anyway though, what's happened since we last met? Well, we sold Matteo Cafaro to Zaragoza for 3.2 million. He's now worth 5.2 to 7.6 million at the age of 30. He's already got a goal in 4 matches in the second tier of Spanish football. He's looking quite good in that competition right now, and has also played in the Copa del Rey, a competition I do want to win one day. But still, second tier of Spanish football, he's doing well for himself, and I'm happy he's getting the game time he deserves. And we then sold Restes to Real Madrid for £1 million. He's getting paid 71 grand a week to be the emergency backup. I'm excited for him, and I hope he's able to maybe get some experience for the Castilla team, but whether or not he gets it, I don't know. Seriously though, what a career this guy's having though. Goes from Toulouse to Lille, then goes from Lille to Stade Liège, and then goes from us to Real Madrid, even if it's the Castilla team. I'm happy for him, I hope he does well for them, even if I never liked him myself, and we paid too much money to bring him in the first place, but there you go. Let's see how he does. But I made my first signing in the form of Carlos Borges. I think for an inverted winger on the right hand side, he's really good. My backroom staff, my scouts were demanding I get a new right winger. This guy fit the bill perfectly. He's a good player first division, could become a leading player. He likes big matches, and yes, he's not consistent, but everything else, I like him, and he's just really, really good. If I had to use him just for his pace alone, that'd be great, but he's got 15 dribbling as well as 15 technique and 14 off the ball. The guy could be a really useful weapon, and he got an assist on his debut from the bench, so happy days for him. And it was one of those things where it felt like he was a good deal to bring in, so I'm happy we got him in. But then we took on Hen, and we beat them on penalties in the Cronky Cup quarter-final. We didn't miss a single penalty apart from a Teta Pepper, but when Robert Popper saved their first 2 penalties to shoot, I knew we were going through. It's just one of those things where it was just too good to be true, and Noah Ohio getting the winning penalty was just the icing on the cake. A great game, our first appearance in the Cronky Cup semi-final, where we'll be taking on Anderlecht over 2 legs, and potentially we're taking Club Brugge in the final. Things could be good. But then we made our second signing of January, and it was Nathaniel. We are paying £17,000 a week for this guy, but I think he's good. Even if my backroom staff say he's only a good player for this division, and could be a leading player for the division in the future, I like him. He doesn't like or hate big matches, but he's consistent, and we only pay £4.2 million for him. For Carlos Borges, we spent £1.4 million, so that's already good money. He runs down the right, he gets forward if possible, knocks the ball past his opponents, and he looks quite good for a wingback on any form. As far as I was concerned, the wingback part was always the important part for me, and making sure that he was a good player was useful, very well rounded, and I think it just made sense to bring the guy in. It also strengthened an area that my backroom staff also thought was weak, and that was right back. We sent out Martin Timisic out on loan, nothing really too serious here, it was no surprise. He needed the first team football, I wasn't going to give it to him, and for some reason this team came in and said, we'll take him, and I said, yes, you can have him. Not sure why I want him, but you can have him on loan. We then took us to Club Brugge, and we beat them by 3-1 in the next match in the league, and this is a game that really told me that we could do good things, and it also told me that Noah Ohio is a really good player to come from the bench, getting a brace in this match, and that was before they even had a player sent off, so it's good to know that we got a team that is full of goals. I need this more often than not, especially with all the fixtures coming up. But then we took on Napoli and were absolutely destroyed by them, and yes, we had some chances, yes, we had almost 1 XG, but it's Napoli, they're not surprising when it comes to this sort of thing. I was expecting it to be worse than this, honestly. So the fact it's only 3-0 was a good sign. I feel disheartened by just how easy we're cut open, but it is one of those things. They're just really, really good, and it's a level that this team is not going to get to anytime soon. If we can get to this sort of level in the Champions League in the future, then hey, if we can beat Napoli, we can beat pretty much anyone, I think. We then took on Hent in the league and drew 0-0. We had no shots on target. That's the problem here. No shots on target. We were useless, and I wish I knew why we were so bad. So, data. These are shots. We just didn't do anything with them. I can't even say we just had a load of block shots either. They're just all off target. Off target, off target, off target, off target, off target, off target. I think there's one block shot in there, but that's about it. And it's either off target or it was the woodwork. No, it's blocked. That was the best chance as well, the block shot. So clearly, we just couldn't score, and we just weren't going to score. If anything, we're just lucky that we just didn't lose this game. And that's the worst part about this whole situation, honestly. We then hosted Ajax and once again deserved to lose. Yeah, so I thought we could get a point from this game. I really did. But then Ajax decided to actually turn up and show us up and make sure we didn't get a shot of qualifying to the next round. They destroyed us by 1-0. I say they destroyed us. It felt like a demolition when they dismantled us the way they did, and they had chance after chance after chance, and it just wasn't fun. And lessons we learned, we're probably not ready for this stage of the competition anytime soon, but hopefully with improvements we can be. And then we did this against Courtright. Their goalkeeper had a 9.3 rating. We had 13 shots on target and 30 shots. We missed a penalty. And when it's not going your way, it really isn't going your way. This might be the worst result I've ever had without losing. And that says a lot. There's no way we should have lost this game. And yeah. These are going to be fun. Yeah, so Ivanovic missed a penalty very early on. And oh my word, the fact I can literally scroll down in this is actually mad. The fact we missed so many chances, hit the woodwork a few times, had a few shots saved, had a few shots off target. I can't even say we were bad with our shooting. It was just their keeper was just on top form, and they needed the result more than we did. And it was very frustrating, but what can you do? When their goalkeeper's outstanding and gets a 9.3 rating, there isn't really much you can do. And as a result of those two draws in recent times, we are now 11 points behind Club Brugge, who are just incredible. And we need a superstar. We need a talismanic player to come in and save our season. And we need a player that is so good that he just invades the media dream 11 straight away. And that we can at least say we're never going to concede. But did I really need another goalkeeper? Well, I didn't think I needed a new goalkeeper, but then during transfer deadline day, you get all these messages, you get these agents saying, oh, my client's interested in a move. This guy came up, and the agent said, we could sign for you between 600,000 and 7.2 million. I looked at him. I realized he was the best goalkeeper in my team. I realized he'll probably be the best goalkeeper in our league. And I thought to myself, you know what? I want this guy. I don't particularly need a new goalkeeper, but I want him. He's only 20, and as far as I'm concerned, we don't have to register him. And in a few years' time, he could count towards homegrown status in the league. So, that's another important thing. He's consistent. He's a star player for this division. He's determined. He's really good at dealing with crosses and high balls in the area. He's good at one-on-ones. His decision-making is outstanding. His reflexes are really good. His command of the area is outstanding. And if I had to be honest with you, this is the star goalkeeper I've been looking for all this time. I'm not ashamed to admit this. He is my star goalkeeper. And we had to put a release clause in his contract to convince him to sign. He's worth between 19.5 million and 25 million on arrival when we signed him for a very low fee of 6 million. That's right. We've signed this guy for £6 million. 3 million up front, 3 million installments, and I'm gonna be honest with you, he absolutely is worth it. This guy is worth not sticking to my plans of getting a new striker or getting to some new attacking players. This guy is amazing. If he's not a Wonderkid, I don't know what a Wonderkid is in this game. Unfortunately, he's got release clause of £22.5 million to foreign clubs, but that's still an amazing profit if we get that. And this guy is outstanding. I could rave about how good this guy is to the end of time, but the state of him is ridiculous. He's only 6'2", but he's so good in the air. If this guy doesn't save us some massive points against, I don't know, Club Brugge, for example, in both the league and the cup, then I don't know who will. And just to put this into perspective, he immediately goes into the mid-room 11. He's immediately our key player. And between him, Frederick Nelson, and Abansky, we've got 3 key players who are in the mid-room 11, and they're all only 23 or younger. This is a team that is young, exciting, and could do a lot of damage in the future. But what I'm going to do though is end this here. I hope you guys like and share this video. I hope you guys subscribe to the channel and leave a comment about what you think about Gladiatore down below. I really want to hear your thoughts on the guy because he looks outstanding. But anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.